The blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up, because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil. The blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
That's just appropriate. This fucking
The blackest
scumbag.
eyes, the devil's eyes.
He's Satan reincarnated to run the world's largest social media network, to censor you, to stuff you back under the bed, to put you back in the closet in the back shelf. Fucking hate this guy. Like, I wish to the Great Pumpkin, you know, do you all know who the Great Pumpkin is, right? From Charlie Brown. Blah, 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 this and that. The Great Pumpkin, right? So it's kind of like a Santa Claus thing, but not really. I mean, you could be like, I want to make wishes. So I make wishes to the Great Pumpkin, and not just to the Great Pumpkin, but to God and Jesus, and be like, please, dear Lord, the Great Pumpkin and the magical Jesus, my best friend in the entire world, please, please do something really horrible to the owner of Facebook. Give him hemorrhoids or something really just not deadly where someone would die. We don't want to wish death on anyone, but a bad case of hemorrhoids, that seems about right. That could be in the realm of justified for praying to the Great Pumpkin or God, one of my favorites, or Jesus, one of my friends. But does that make me a dick to wish hemorrhoids on someone? I mean, it's not like he's a good guy. We live in America. We live in America, goddammit. And we believe in not just the Second Amendment. There's other things we care about, like freedom of speech. That's very important. And the idea that if Facebook is a publishing company or not, they should never blatantly censor people for no goddamn good reason. That is just so un-American. But we tolerate it because there's no other social site. What are you going to... Yeah, I'm going to go raise my flag over at Twitter, and then they'll censor me there too. What do? You go to Gab? The little frog guy? I don't know. I kind of like it over there, but I don't fuck with it because I still fuck with Facebook. We never leave, myself included. And we know that Facebook is ran by fucking Satan reincarnate. He is a fucking mini little devil. Just like Alex Jones has many Alex Jones. Not his son, but that little fucking bearded, oyen, fucking whatever his face is. Little Satan Alex. Yeah. There's real Satan, and then there's Mark Zuckerberg. He's a little minion from hell doing the devil's dirty work on earth. I can't stand that guy. And these motherfuckers are being dragged back in to be pelted with rocks by the Senate and by Congress, I guess. I don't know. Allegedly, that's going to happen. What's it going to be? Just like last time where nothing happens? It's clearly to everyone in the world that this is a monopoly. I thought we broke up monopolies in America. They weren't allowed. I thought we go like gangbusters to make sure that there's a fair and even playing field for large companies and small startups. Fair and even, but obviously not, because we've allowed Mark Zuckerberg, little mini Satan, to gobble up all the competition. And yeah, we're a capitalist country, right? Bravo to all that. You buy up all the competition, but the only problem was that, with that, is you put yourself in the monopoly position where, you went too hard America, dude. You shouldn't have bought everything up. Bad on you. Now we get to fucking crash on you. And that's what the government's gonna do eventually. When social media is no longer that important is when they'll go after these cats. But right now, social media is too important and embedded in our daily lives, from whether you're in front of the PC, a laptop, or just your phone, or even apps on your TV. There's no getting away from it. I mean, there's just no getting away from it. You go to put in your bank information, and it's like, log in with Facebook, and we've gotten to where that's all we do is log in with the Facebook because it's so easy. And so that stores all of our bullshit on their servers. And then we don't even know what our passwords are anymore because all we do is log in with Facebook. I tried to get rid of it, and then I was like, fuck, I don't know what my passwords were. And then you go to change the passwords, and that's like, man, it's just not worth it. It's like a 12-hour process, so you just go, fuck it. I'll just use the same shit with the Facebook. So they got us. They got us in a corner, and we just can't get out of it. We're 6 friggin' days. 6 days away from the actual election going down. Are you nervous? I mean, this could go the other way. I mean, really, really, like, easily go the other way. And a lot of us morons refuse to believe that it could actually go the other way. We might be in for a rude awakening come November 3rd. It's possible. It could happen. It really could. A lot of people are like, no, that could never happen. You're a stupid moron. But look, this moron is not a total moron because everyone thought beforehand, 2016, Hillary had it wrapped up, right? That's where we were with that. Hillary had it wrapped up. And then it turned out that wasn't the case. And you have to remember, it always comes down with this new emergence from 2016 to now, the undecided undercover voter, right? We pretend to be one thing when we're polled, when we actually a pollster actually calls, oh yeah, I'm voting for Biden, dude. Biden all the way. Biden, bro. Like, for sure, Biden. And so they fucking run with that shit. Yeah, we've been doing this since 2016. You guys are fucking around with the wrong people. We're full of shenanigans. We're 6 days away. It could go the other way. So what's going to happen? All us mean conservative Republican bastards? Are we going to like run to the streets with baseball bats and start beating the shit out of everybody? No, we don't do that. It would be fun to do that, right? If we were like heartless, like all those looters and rioters out there that pretend they're doing, social justice work out there. And this is now what, day 2? Maybe start of day 3 of riots in Philadelphia. Look, I mean, no matter what you think, I understand a suspect with a knife is dangerous, but do you have to shoot them? I know there are other ways to deal with this. We've seen it in SDPD. If the shitty SDPD uses other options like beanbag guns and shit like that, why don't other better police departments? Because honestly, San Diego Police Department is one of the shittiest police departments in America. So you're going to tell me these other high-end cities don't have non-lethal ways to deal with this? You're not a cop. You weren't there. Beep, 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 beep. I know that's always the argument. And then we go to the people in those cities are fucking fed up and they are quick to go to from what may have been a peaceful protest during the day, all the bad actors come out at night and torch the city. 33 cops were hurt, injured. Not just like, oh, I got a bruise. They were fucked up, 33 of them. I don't know how peaceful that shit is. Maybe we need to, redefine what that shit means.
Back before they know you were there, and at the worst you'll see nobody cares.
That's not peaceful.
You don't want to be around when it all goes down. Even heroes know when to be scared. Slip out the back before they know you were there, and at the worst you'll see nobody cares. Cause you don't want to be around when it all goes down. Even heroes know when to be scared.
Time to question our lifestyle, look how we live. Smoking weed like it ain't no thing. So even kids wanna try now, then lie down and get ran through. Nobody watches them clocking the evil man do. Faced with the demons, addicted to hearing victims screaming. Guess we was evil since birth, product of cursed semens. Cause even our birthdays is cursed days. A born thug in the first place, the worst ways. I love to see the block in peace, with no more dealers and crooked cops. The only way to stop the beast, and only we can change. It's up to us to clean up the streets, it ain't the same. Too many murders, too many funerals, and too many tears. Just seen another brother buried, plus I knew him for years. Passed by his family, but what could I say? Keep your head up and try to keep the faith, and pray for better days.
Slip out the back before they know you were there. At the worst you'll see nobody cares. Cause you don't want to be around when it all goes down. Even heroes know when to be scared. You don't wanna be around when it all goes down. Even heroes know when to be scared. Slip out the back before they know you were there. At the worst you'll see nobody cares.
Thinking back as an adolescent, who would have guessed that in my future years I'd be stressing? Some say the ghetto's sick and corrupted. Plus my PO won't let me hang with the brothers I grew up with. Trying to keep my head up and stay strong. All my homies slinging yo all day long. But they wrong, so I'm solo and so broke. Saving up for some Jordans, cause they dope. I got a girl and I love her, but she broke too. And so am I can't take her to the place she wanna go to. So we argue and play fight all day and night, making passionate love to the daylight. Plus we about to get evicted, can't pay the rent. Guess it's time to see who really is your friend. You tell me you pregnant and I'm amazed. So many blessings while we stressing, looking for them better days.
Back before they know you were there. At the worst you'll see nobody cares. Cause you don't wanna be around when it all goes down. Even heroes know when to be scared. Cause you don't wanna be around when it all goes down. Even heroes know when to be scared. Slip out the back before they know you were there. At the worst you'll see nobody cares.
Haley, I know you miss your mom, and I know you miss your dad when I'm gone, but I'm trying to give you the life that I never had. I can see you sad, even when you smile, even when you laugh. I can see it in your eyes, deep inside you wanna cry, cause you're scared. I ain't there, daddy's with you in your prayers. No more crying, wipe them tears, daddy's here, no more nightmares. We gon' pull together through it, we gon' do it. Laney uncle's crazy, ain't he? Yeah, but he loves you, girl, and you better know it. World we got in this world, when it spins, when it swirls, when it whirls, when it twirls. Two little beautiful girls looking puzzled in their days. I know it's confusing you. Daddy's always on the move, mama's always on the news. I try to keep you sheltered from it, but somehow it seems the harder that I try to do that, the more it backfires on me. All the things growing up as daddy that he had to see. Daddy don't want you to see, but you see just as much as he did. We did not plan it to be this way, your mother and me, but things have got so bad between us. I don't see us ever being together ever again, like we used to be when we was teenagers. But then of course everything always happens for a reason. I guess it was never meant to be, but it's just something we have no control over, and that's what destiny is. But no more worries, rest your head and go to sleep. Maybe one day we'll wake up and this'll all just be a dream.
Cause you don't wanna be around when it all goes down. Even heroes know when to be scared. Slip out the back before they know you were there. At the worst you'll see nobody cares. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard. Whether it's the beat of the mic, he feels so unlike everybody else, alone. In spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but fuck him, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Toc's picking it up. Fuck him. Nobody really knows how or why he works so hard. It seems like he's never got time, because he writes every note and he writes every line. And I've seen him at work when that light goes on in his mind. It's like a design is written in his head every time before he even touches a key or speaks in a rhyme. And those motherfuckers he runs with, the kids that he signed, ridiculous, without even trying. How do they do it? This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. Cause you don't wanna be around when it all goes down. Even heroes know when to be scared. Slip out the back before they know you were there. At the worst, you'll see nobody cares. That's why I slipped out the back before you knew I was there. I know you felt unprepared, but every single time I was around, I just bring you down, and I could tell that it was time to be scared. That's why I slipped out the back before you knew I was there. And I know the way I left wasn't fair. I didn't want to be around just to bring you down. I'm not a hero, but don't think I didn't care.
www.listennotes.com, podplayer.net, podchaser.com, deezer.com, gabrielkihos.podbean.com, buzzsprout.com, Apple iTunes, Player FM, Spotify, Anchor FM, Blueberry.com, Amazon Music, Breaker Audio, Radio Republic, TuneIn, GeoSavan. We are on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, our flagship Titanic heading towards the iceberg, so watch the flug out. And on, I forget that new one, Podtastic or Rastic or Creamtastic, Creampie.com, something, I forget. I can't remember all these things. What am I supposed to do? I can't remember all these things. That's just friggin' ridiculous. I can't remember shit. I don't even remember my own name.
Well, I ain't prejudiced, I don't give a fuck. This is what it sounds like. We ride on our enemies. Biatch. We ride on our enemies. Hey, got some static with some niggas on the other side of town. Let my little cousin K roll, he's a rider now. What they want from us, motherfucking thug niggas. Used to love niggas, now I plug niggas and slug niggas. Am I wrong? Niggas making songs trying to get with us. Must be gone off stress. We in the West, we trust. To the chest, I bust. Then we ride till the sun come, shining back to brighten up the sky. I mean, he died. Heard the Fuji was trying to do me. Look, bitch, I cut your face. This ain't no motherfucking movie. Then we watch the other two die slow. Castrated, entertaining at my motherfucking sideshow. Bam, set my plan in mode. Time to exterminate my foes. I can't stand you hoes. Now label this my fucking trick shot. My lyrics running all you cowards out of hip hop. When we ride on our enemies. When we ride on our enemies. I bet you motherfuckers die when we ride on our enemies. When we ride on our enemies. Bet all you motherfuckers die when we ride on our enemies. Come take a journey through my mind's eye. You cross the game, don't explain, nigga, time to die. Say goodbye, watch my eyes when I pull the trigger. So right before you die, you bow before a bigger nigga. Now dry your eyes, you was heartless on your hits. Niggas love to scream peace after they start some shit. Pay attention, here's a word to those that rob me. I murder you, then I run a train on Mob Deep. Don't fuck with me, nigga, you barely living. Don't you got sickle cell? See me have a seizure on stage, you ain't feeling well. Hell, how many niggas wanna be involved? See, I was only talking to Biggie, but I'll kill all of y'all, then ball, then tell the brat to keep her mouth closed. Fuck around and get tossed up by the fucking outlaws. Before I leave, make sure everybody heard. No, I meant every motherfucking word when we ride on our enemies. When we ride on our enemies. Make sure everybody die when we ride on our enemies. You can tell by the hate in my eyes that I've ride on our enemies. I make sure everybody die when we ride on our enemies.
I love fall. You thought I was going to say pumpkin spice. No, French fucking vanilla. Fuck that pumpkin spice shit. There's pumpkin everywhere. This is getting fucking ridiculous. In Illinois, speaking of ridiculous, this is not how I like to see people killed or hurt in any way. Illinois State Police say a hayride has killed a 32-year-old woman and injured 19 others, including a 1-year-old. This is why I don't like amusement rides, right? Or fairs or anything like that. Because I expect if I get on the Ferris wheel or a roller coaster, I'm going to fucking die. All right? The roller coaster has not been like lubed. It catches on fire from friction, or some horrible, obscure accident is going to happen and I'm going to die because of fucking things like this. Now, you would not expect this. You go out to the pumpkin patch. You're like, I'm going to get some pumpkins. And then you're like disappointed because like the pumpkins are half price at the fucking grocery store. And you don't have to worry about buying a hayride. So you're like, what could go wrong? It's just a hayride. Yeah. Wow. Who would have thought a hayride could go so horribly wrong? That it would actually kill someone. I mean, it's not like hayrides go very fast. I remember the last one I saw a few years ago. That shit was not like at a gallop. It didn't have like 30 big-ass Clydesteads pulling it, trying to reach 88 miles per hour. No, they're just kind of just like going along. The hayride, a wagon being pulled by a tractor. Well, there's the fucking problem right there. No hayride should be so sophisticated that you're using a tractor. Goodness gracious me. It overturned, then it slid down a fucking ravine. The ride was part of a family. This is fucking horrible. See, if you would just follow COVID rules, you would know not to gather at an event, whether it's a family event like this, too many people. You guys, I don't know. I mean, you just walk into something not expecting to die. Who expects to die at a hayride? You like fucking wake up in the hospital going, how did this? You were in a hayride. You're like, what the fuck? Really? A hayride? Yeah. You're like, I just got back from fucking Afghanistan. Those motherfuckers couldn't kill me. The hayride takes me out? Amy Swinderman was the one that was killed. Of those injured, 17 were children, all 12 and younger. Look, I don't want to like kill any local businesses, but if the hayride is not operated by a few horses, you might not want to use it, especially if there's ravines around. So have a check mark when you're going to your fall festival, since we can't call it Halloween anymore. Whatever the fuck. The parade of leaves falling off the tree and the changing of seasons. So when you're going to your fall festivals, a.k.a. the pumpkin patch, make sure there's no fucking ravines around. And if you see a tractor hooked up to the hayride, you might want to go inspect the tractor before getting on that bad bitch and then that shit flipping over or something horrible happening. I just can't believe shit like that fucking happens in America. I thought we were more sophisticated than this. In Philadelphia, the police shooting of an African-American man armed with a knife, allegedly, in the western side of Philadelphia sparked violent protests over violent. That was like 3 levels above violent. And why do we have to do allegedly all the time? Like, everyone's in fear of being sued by somebody, but nobody's really suing anybody. I mean, you could call the fucking thing, the guy, yeah, armed with the knife. Hello, he was. Doesn't need to be shot and murdered. Like I was saying, with fucking the SDPD being one of the shittiest police departments in the fucking country, they use non-lethal action. A beanbag, that beanbag hurts. I mean, I've seen videos of it. I mean, it does take people down. They have, you know, a shitload of tasers, hit them with like 800 watts. No one's doing anything after 800 watts. I mean, come on. Or 8,000, 800,000. Bump it up a couple levels. Lead kills motherfuckers. No, there's an alternative. There's also retreat. I mean, dude has a knife, retreat. Most likely they're just going to follow you guys. Lead him into a trap where a net falls out of nowhere. Boom, problem fucking solved. But no, I mean, it always goes to, oh, the non-lethal weapons were like way too far away, like 5 blocks away, and we were in danger right then and there. You always have the option to retreat to your fucking police vehicles. Kind of hard to kill a cop through, you know, a police vehicle with a knife. I'm just saying, I mean, in every single incident of all of these, going way back to Trayvon Martin, all that fucking crappy ass motherfucking half-ass cop could have had to do was just listen to the 911 operator and back the fuck up off and not do anything. Just retreat. But people don't, these cats don't think like that because we're not retreating. We're an army. We don't retreat. I mean, you got to start using some different tactics because this shit is not working. You had 33 fucking officers injured. Man. 91 arrested, 30 officers injured early Tuesday, including one sergeant who was intentionally run over by a friggin' pickup truck. Hundreds of people took to the streets to protest the Monday afternoon shooting of 27-year-old Walter Wallace Jr., calling it another example of police officers killing an African American. Demonstrators marched to a city police station while officers lined up behind metal barricades. Okay, so let's say we're this department, and let's fucking think this shit out for a second. You already know that in some cities where this has already happened, they're coming after you. Should you abandon your police headquarters and strategically retreat to some other location, maybe? Or should you make this like the fucking Johnny Last Stand come lately bullshit? I don't know. I mean, it's not over. This is still going to continue. But we saw what happened when they fucking torched that police station. I mean, I never really thought I would live in an America where I could go, yeah, you remember they torched that police station? I mean, come on. We never, before 9/11, cops were cops and cops fucked you up and you fucking fell in line. We're not doing that shit anymore. And I'm not saying I agree with it because it's 3 steps below the fucking purge. I love to joke about, not real. I don't want the fucking purge. Come on. I mean, I would have to go out and buy a chainsaw and a hatchet and all kinds of shit. I don't think so. I don't want to invest in that. But we're 3 steps below that. 33 cops hurt, dude. That's sending the wrong message to other police departments. They're all having that discussion today. There was 33 brother officers, sisters and brother officers out there that got hurt over in Philadelphia. What are we going to do to prevent that from happening to us? And in that conversation is never, well, maybe we should learn to retreat. Fuck that shit. Let's buy a tank. The government's giving them out almost for free. Yeah. So the police commissioner, Danielle Outlaw, Very interesting name. This is very interesting. Yesterday, individuals throughout the city came together to peacefully protest. The criminal activity that occurred throughout the city was not part of these protests, and it did not serve any legitimate protests, Outlaw said. Of the 91 people arrested, 11 were charged with assaulting police, 76 were charged with commercial burglary, and 3 were charged with failure to disperse. There are also several ongoing investigations. Meanwhile, 8 PPD vehicles were damaged, including one that was set on fire. The others were vandalized or had windows damaged. A fire department medic unit's windshield was, and understand, this is like not even 72 hours into all this. This is very just getting started. Outlaw later spoke in noting that the people police saw on the streets during the civil unrest were not the same people she interacted with at the crime scene. Those were not the same people that we later interacted with, calling it a different group of folks from different demographics. 30 officers were injured, most of them from being struck by projectiles such as bricks and rocks. A 56-year-old sergeant was hospitalized in stable condition with a broken leg and other injuries after she was intentionally ran over by the individual driving a pickup truck. So how do you think other police departments are gonna react to friendly protesters? Do you think they're gonna take any chance with being ran over? I don't think so, so this will be taken up several notches. A graphic video emerged that showed the moments leading up to the shooting. It showed officers pointing their guns at Wallace as he walks in the street and around a car. He walked towards the officers as they back away from him in the street, guns still aimed at him. They yell at him to put his knife down. The 2 officers then fired several shots and Wallace collapses in the street. A woman runs up to him screaming while several Look, if this is okay with you and you support the police and you stand behind that blue line, we got a serious problem in America, and we just want to brush it under the rug. It's not going to be brushed under the rug anymore, people. The battle lines are drawn. It's about what side are you going to be on.
Yeah, hey, orange laces for my shoestrings. Pistol on me, dopers in her G-string. Riding in my motherfucking coupe bill. Moving with my motherfucking low still.
I'm a nigga with an attitude, thanks to y'all. And I don't give a fuck, I keep it gangsta, y'all. I'ma ride for my side in the CPT. God bless the memory of Eazy-E. If it wasn't for me, where the fuck you be? Rapping like the treacherous 3, fucking cowards. I done seen Dre rocking parties for hours. And I done seen Ren fucking bitches from Howard. And I done seen Snoop give away an Eddie Bauer. So fuck Jerry Heller and them white superpowers. We can scatter like buckshots. Let's get together, make a record, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Cause I'm tight as the night I had the right activator off the mic in 1985.
Yeah, hey, orange laces for my shoestrings. Pistol on me, dopers in her G-string. Riding in my motherfucking coupe bill. Moving with my motherfucking low still. Big side niggas keep a doping. Ghetto bird hit a kill like ghetto hoop dreams. Trying to strike me out before I finished school. I was just a square nigga till I took my 52. Oh, yeah,
I'm just a young black man. Curse since my birth, had to turn to crack sales. If worse come to worse, headed for them back jails. Or maybe it's us, my only way to stack mail is out here doing dirt. My decisions do or die. Been hustling since junior high. No time for asking why. Getting high, getting mine. Put away my 9, cause these times go for 4, 5 sales. Cause life is hell and everybody dies. What about these niggas I despise? Them loud talking cowards shooting guns in the crowd, jeopardizing lives. Shooting right between them niggas' eyes. It's time to realize, follow the rules or follow the fools that die. Everybody's trying to make the news. Niggas confused. abuse. Quit trying to be an OG and pay your dues. If you choose to apply yourself, throw in the plane and come the riches and the bitches and the fame. Be in the game.
Orange laces for my shoestrings. Pistol on me, dope is in her G-string. Riding in my motherfucking coupe mill. Moving with my motherfucking low steel. Big side niggas keep a doping. Ghetto bird, hit a kill, I ghetto hoop dreams. Trying to strike me out before I finished school. I was just a square nigga till I took my 52. Oh, yeah.
I'm that nigga on the block. Police pull up. I'm trying to stash a Glock. You that nigga on the low. You the nigga, you're the one that be talking to the po-pos. Poor sitting on 4Gs. Niggas can't afford these. The Panamera shitting on a 911. I call my homies not 911. I'm that nigga with the juice, but I never do my nigga like Pac. Big Q.
Yeah, hey. Orange laces for my shoestrings. Pistol on me, dope is in her G-string. Riding in my motherfucking coupe bill. Moving with my motherfucking low steel. Big side niggas keep a doping. Ghetto bird, hit a kill, I ghetto hoop dreams. Trying to strike me out before I finished school. I was just a square nigga till I took my 52. Oh, yeah.
So sweet was the feet when he hit the concrete. Chop him up, dice him up, and sacrifice his meat. Drag him by the ankles to the cemetery.
Nigga legendary, nigga legendary.
Shut the fuck up, nigga, cause you ain't seen shit. I'm about to take his blade and straight up rip a hole in the neck of the devil and drink his blood, allowing my soil to be polluted by his evil root. And now I'm mad, insane, red as bold as a strain when I search for my heartbeat. So thumpity thump when my pumps be my verse. False alarms and no harm that will come into the east. But now I'm down to hour 23. Time is moving real fast and not that slow. I thought I had an hour, but it's seconds up to go. I run into the office, no more time is left, so I dive into the doctor with the bomb to my
Pistol on me, dope is in her G-string. Riding in my motherfucking coupe mill. Moving with my motherfucking low steel. Big side niggas keep a doping. Ghetto bird, hit a kill, I ghetto hoop dreams. Trying to strike me out before I finished school. I was just a square nigga till I took my 52. Oh, yeah, hey.
You want that fire?
Fucked up, Drake. Tell me, talk the ring.
I'm right here, nigga. Release the hand.
Wow, wow, wow. What?
Wow, wow, wow. Hey. Hey.
What the fuck's up?
Yeah, sucker. What you talking about, fool? This story, I was like going, look, we're 6 days away from the election, so there's like all the news is really on pause. Like, if there's a good story out there, like the people that run shit are like, no, we're waiting. This is all just election. So I'm like searching. I was like, what the fuck am I going to talk about? I don't know. And lo and behold, in Miami, this is fucking crazy. This, like, out of all the weird things I come across and I talk about, this shit was fucking weird. In Miami, it's like almost from an actual movie. Authorities found the body of an inspiring hip-hop artist inside the trunk of a Virginia man's car after he crashed on a Miami highway. Now, doesn't that sound like the beginning of a movie? Robert Avery Coltrane, 25, was arrested and charged with illegal transport of human remains and second-degree murder in the death of 25-year-old Brian Trotter. A Miami-Dade police report said Florida Highway Patrol responded to a crash on Palmetto Expressway Sunday afternoon and found Coltrane in his silver Acura. Troopers towed the car to a parking lot of I don't know, what is that, like a supermarket there? And Westland Mall, and became suspicious of Coltrane when he asked to remove his belongings from the car, which included a gun case. The cops were like, that might be a little suspicious there, sonny boy. What the fuck is going on? Oh, let alone that fucking arm hanging out the back end. Authorities said they were also suspicious because They noticed buzzing flies and the smell of rotting flesh around the car. Troopers opened Coltrane's trunk and found Trotter's body wrapped in a piece of fabric in an advanced stage of decomposition. An autopsy revealed Trotter was fatally shot multiple times. A motive for the killing wasn't immediately released. Ducky didn't know what the fuck was going on. The two had been friends for more than a decade. Trotter's family said he was trying to forge a hip-hop career. His rap name was Kent Won't Stop. Should we look that shit up right now? Kent Won't Stop. Let's look that shit up. That's a bad host. I should have looked that up already. And does it make me a jerk for wanting to know after reading this story? This is fucked up. Look, his music's out there. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Kent Won't Stop. Yeah, I'm going to check that shit out later. Too bad. Another murder victim that shouldn't have been murdered, let alone been fucking murdered by your friend, fucking Judas. What the fuck is wrong with people? They get all hater mode. Oh, he became more famous than me, or I'm not as famous as him, and fucking this and that. Life is more fucked up than stupid YouTube hits and record sales and all this other crap that people think is really important. You could be like this person, confined to a hospital bed, bandages covering her bullet wounds. 20-year-old Tafara Williams spoke publicly for the first time, claiming the Waukegan, Illinois police officer who shot her and killed the 19-year-old father of her baby opened fire when they both had their hands up. Williams broke her silence during a news conference with the family of her dead boyfriend, Marcellus Stinnett, and her lawyers, who said they are still waiting to view police body camera footage of the shooting. How come we haven't been able to stop this shit? I mean, we should have been on point after Trayvon Martin, but we really should have been on point after Columbine. And decades and decades and decades of this has continued, and we're still nowhere. There's no real answer how to stop all this shit. Look at how many goddamn shootings there are in Chicago. I mean, come on. I mean, we could point the finger over here, over there. It's their fault. It's our fault. It's blah, blah, blah. The only fucking people responsible for the violence are the people that are perpetrating the fucking violence and pulling triggers. She said, that day I lost the love of my life and the father of my 7-month-old son. The baby is the only thing I have left of Marcellus. She said the fatal confrontation began when she and Marcellus were sitting in her car outside her home smoking when an officer pulled up behind her parked car. He didn't turn on his lights or siren. She said that when the officer got out of his patrol car, she rolled down her window and turned on her car's interior lights so the officer could see that she had no weapons and that I wasn't doing anything illegal. The officer called Marcellus by name. He asked me, was I Tafara? And told me that I was Marcellus's baby mother. Then he started harassing Marcellus. He stood near the car with his left hand on his gun, and he said to Marcellus, I know you're from jail. Really? That's pretty intimidating just out the fucking gate with this police officer. Is that how we're really supposed to act? In a threatening manner? Hand on gun? Knowing police have murdered people And not just like decades ago, but just weeks ago, just days ago. Williams said she asked the officer if they were free to leave and if they were under arrest. The officer took a few steps away from the car and got on his cell phone. I drove away very slowly because I was scared to get out of the car. She said, adding that the officer did not follow them. She said she drove to nearby Martin Luther King Boulevard and that it seemed like another officer was there waiting for us. There was a crash and I lost control. The officer was shooting at us. The car ended up slamming into a building. I kept screaming, I don't have a gun, but he kept shooting. He told me to get out of the car. I had my hands up and I couldn't move because I had been shot. Marcellus had his hands up. I kept asking him why. Why was he shooting? She said she noticed Marcellus was shaking uncontrollably as more officers arrived and were pointing their guns at them. My blood was gushing out on my own body. The officers started yelling. They wouldn't give us an ambulance until we got out of the car. When I moved, blood seemed to pour out of my body on the floor of the car and onto the ground everywhere. She said she could still hear Marcellus breathing and that she told the officers on the scene, please don't shoot. I have a baby. We have a baby. We don't want to die. As an officer dragged her away from Marcellus, she begged them to take him to the hospital first. They ignored me. They laid Marcellus on the ground and covered him up with a blanket while he was still breathing. I know he was still alive. He was still breathing. And they took me away and allowed him to die. Yeah, I'm not saying this police department, Waukegan police officials had no immediate response. An independent investigation by the Illinois State Police and the FBI is ongoing. The police chief, Wayne Walls, acted swiftly in terminating the officer involved in the shooting after finding he allegedly violated numerous department policies and procedures when he unleashed a barrage of gunfire on the unarmed young African-American couple. Walls has declined to elaborate on the violations allegedly made by the 5-year veteran of the force, who authorities described as Hispanic. Police officials initially said the now former officer, I'm sure this guy, this is what happens. A guy like this gets his ass fired. Pile of fucking shit, right? And where will he go? He will go to the police department that loses officers all the time, does not care what the background of these officers is, and will hire cops like this. Yeah. You know who I'm talking about. You know which police departments we're talking about. They're all the same ones out there. They all have the same records. Cop kills homeless people. Cop kills homeless people. Cop kills innocent people. Cop kills innocent people. Over and over and over and over and over, and we never really deal with it. And we never really retrain or retool or do anything. I said, you know what? Fuck it. Time to recall every department, unleash the military on America until we could come up with a new police force. Retooled, retrained to deal with these problems that face our communities, not just daily, but hourly. In Manhattan, the 46-year-old man who shot his wife to death in Manhattan's financial district, then killed himself, knew she was having an affair with another man and carried their marriage certificate with him during the killing. Hello? Just saying. You know who you are. Exing Yu confronted his wife, Min Ai, at Morris Street and Trinity Place around 9:20 a.m. on Monday. He shot her in the chest. The spurned husband then pulled her head up from the city sidewalk where she was lying and shot her a second time before turning the gun on himself. Woo! There was a construction worker across the street. He said he turned his attention to the scene after he heard a shot. He saw the husband pick her head up and then shoot her in the head. Yu was in possession of the couple's marriage certificate at the time. The couple was married for 10 years, but Yu was living in Ontario and his wife in New Jersey City with her new lover, the sources said. The husband flew into the city Thursday. His wife and her boyfriend worked together at the Bank of Communication on so-and-so, and so we don't need to say that. Yeah, you don't want to fucking be in those situations. They're fucking extremely volatile. They're to say they're extremely dangerous is probably one of the biggest understatements of all friggin' time. You just don't want to fuck with those situations. But if you're going to do that, maybe you should have your will ready. Don't want to be caught unprepared, yo.
Hey, it's TupacNation.net and you rocking with the best.
Best not to fuck with that shit is all I'm saying.
Motherfucker, you know it's a steal.
Niggas is like abandoning me. But all on the air and on TV, they like, yeah, progress, keep the struggle on. I'm like, yo, I'm starting to turn into like Slick Rick. Niggas is just gonna act like I'ma just be in jail and they gonna give me shout outs and try to take my position.
How shall I plead? Forever thugging on a quest to get G's, running from enemies. Ever since the days of a sea, I'm under pressure. The stress had me drinking, thinking niggas after me. Much too paranoid to blink. Wonder why the police don't wanna see me stacking G's. They after a player, but I won't let them capture me. I gotta thank the Lord for the weed and the nicotine. I can't sleep, close my eyes and see wicked things. I keep my pistol by my bedside, one in the chamber, preoccupied with homicide. My life's in danger, rolling down the 4-5. Beware strangers, hand on my 45. That's what the fame does. I'm probably wrong, but I'll never know until I'm gone. From out the gutter where the jealous motherfuckers roam. Past the weed, let that Hennessy get to me before the penitentiary.
A mastermind sees it coming before it comes. Mastermind before he go to war, he count as one. Mastermind, everything planned out perfect.
Show up and motherfuckers bow down, recognize.
A mastermind sees it coming before it comes. Mastermind before he go to war, he count as one. Mastermind, everything planned out perfect.
Westside Death Row, outlaw riders.
Introducing the black bastards from bedrock, guaranteed to make your head rock. Toe blocks, drop cops that mistake me for Rodney. Strictly headshots, I knock the twist out your dreadlocks. Who got the props? Biggie. Who got the Glock? Biggie. But who is he? You can't get my description. You need a prescription, 2 doses of the ferocious. Feel the weight when I'm crushing them, from rushing them, stuffing them. I put the pressure on him, hun. Lord of mercy, Jesus Christ. He's just nice, he just slice like a Ginsu. Look what I've been through. The Brooklyn streets, the obese thug nigga from the east. The black 9, hard to find, motherfucker. Acting around, press rewind, motherfucker.
A mastermind sees it coming before it comes. Mastermind before he go to war, he count as one. Mastermind, everything planned out perfect.
Motherfucker, I knock the twist out your dreadlocks.
Mastermind sees it coming before it comes. Mastermind before he go to war, he count as one. Mastermind, everything planned out perfect.
Press rewind, motherfucker.
Hey, yo, spark up the Phillies and pass the stout. Make it quick, money grip, oh, your ass is out. In a street brawl, I strike men quicker than lightning. You seen what happened in my last fight, friend? I then. L's a clever threat, a lyricist who never sweat. Comparing yourself to me is like a Benz to a Chevrolet. And clown rappers, I'm bound to slay. I'm saying hi to all the cuties from around the way. Yeah, cause I got all of them strung, Jack. My girls are like boomerangs, no matter how far I throw them, they come back. I'm coming straight out the NYC. I'm down with digging in the crates and I'm MVP.
A mastermind sees it coming before it comes. Mastermind before he go to war, he count as one. Mastermind, everything planned out perfect.
To me, it's like a Benz to a Chevrolet.
A mastermind sees it coming before it comes. Mastermind before he go to war, he count as one. Mastermind, everything planned out perfect.
In a street brawl, I strike men quicker than lightning.
We don't need
Not every like mashup is good to go. Not everyone is good to go. Like a lot of them are really good, but they like trigger the Insta copyright police. And then some of them, like the audio levels aren't correct. Like I couldn't play them on here because it's a little too soft. Some are a little too powerful, but some are just fucking right. And it helps when it's a badass mashup, but they take the time to make the actual video just as bad as fucking badass as the mashup is. So we're just days away from the election. I'm not really excited because I'm not fearful that Biden is going to... Look, dude had like a couple of appearances and they were all socially distanced. And I agree with social distancing, don't get me wrong. And I liked the setting. I thought that would have been a pretty good type of event for Trump to do, low-key, fucking just him and a few people. But whatever. I'm just not fearful of a Biden victory. I am not fearful of what's going to happen when Trump wins a second term and everybody goes crazy. Now, if President Trump loses, here's what we're going to do on the right. Those of us on the conservative, even the friends groups, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to be like, man, all right. Next time maybe we'll do better. Yeah, we don't go out there to fucking destroy shit.